Hi guys, sales training number, because I've lost count. Hope you enjoy this one. I know I say this all the time, and I'm going to apologize up front. I got an idea that I love. It's just been nagging in my head for the last week and a half. I got some notes down. I thought I was going to finish it yesterday. The world blew apart. I didn't get to, but I didn't want to put this off. I love this concept. I love this idea. It doesn't matter if it's fully hashed out. What matters is I can put it in your minds. Take it where you will. If it goes nowhere, my apologies, and thank you for the few minutes of your time. If it takes you somewhere new, great. If I ever get time to complete it and compile it and write it down correctly like I dream of, I'll email it to you. But in the meantime, if this gets a little lost and convoluted at chunks and I have to drop back and check my notes, that is not meant to be disrespectful. I hope you'll understand. I was reading an article this week, and it was absolutely fascinating. I loved it. It had a picture of two typewriters. Got a little spindle there. Yes, I know I'm the world's worst artist. Typewriter number 1. Typewriter number 2. Little spindle. 1952, whatever brand typewriters. Mint condition. Absolutely perfect. Absolutely identical. Cool little historical thing. This one was used by a sweet little secretary in an office somewhere. Sure, she was a great lady, nothing special, nothing else. I mean, that's not where to get lost on this. This one was used by John Steinbeck. And yes, I know I don't like John Steinbeck, but it doesn't matter. It's a pretty big name. Most people do. In writing the horrible tale that insults the state of Oklahoma, that's why I don't like him, The Grapes of Wrath.
Why don't you like Grapes of Wrath?
Grapes of Wrath insults the state of Oklahoma. Makes us look weak and hick and like we failed. I do not like that terminology. My family stuck through the Dust Bowl. The people that are here stuck through the Dust Bowl. The weaklings that came, that screwed up the state that failed, they left. They belong to California. Yes, that's on you. We are fabulous. So, I do not like the image tried to be put on. And yes, I am a homer. Question was asked, which would you rather have? Which is more valuable? Which would you pay more for? If you're being honest and you're not trying to look for the trick, and guys, there's not a trick, you instantly said here. There's no question, guys. I put this one up at auction, what, maybe $20? Maybe. If somebody's doing some weird restaurant and they just think it's going to be the greatest prop ever, maybe $100. Maybe there's some kid that sat at his mama's knee and she was the greatest mama ever and he watched her work on that. And she was that proverbial secretary, so this means a lot to him. So, I mean, he got up against another guy exactly like him, maybe 500. And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you this one's sold. I don't know the number, but where are you going to go here? 100 grand? 200 grand? $1 million? None of those numbers would shock you. $1 million might be a little wild, but it's really not going to. Now, the study I was reading was focused on brain. The left brain, the logic side of your brain, knows that these are of equal value. It's irrelevant whether John Steinbeck typed on it. It's irrelevant whether a secretary typed on it. I already told you they're the exact same. Your logical side of your brain knows that is irrelevant. Your right side of the brain totally sees a difference. Now, they got into, the question is why and how can this help you? The author took it down a metaphysical path. I love the metaphysical path. I'm not going to go there today. It has certain depths, it has certain levels of psychology, it has certain levels of religion, it has certain levels of you just can't prove it, it's just what you think. But it has great value, and maybe someday we'll go there. I want to take a more practical approach. I want to focus on possibility and inspiration. The one from Steinbeck is inspirational. Something great was done with it. It speaks of potential and possibility. It just reeks of it. That's why you see it. It's what's cool. And you know it. That was used to write the Grapes of Wrath. The great John Steinbeck typed on that typewriter. At one level, wig boo. At another, it's awesome. Deep down, and here I'm going to go a little bit down one of my side trails for a moment. And I hope I don't get lost too much, because this is the middle of where I kept getting interrupted on my notes. Deep down, we all believe we are special. We're just insecure about it. You understand me? Me. Special. You do. Even if you weren't lucky enough to have a wonderful, loving, God-blessed mother that looked you in the eye and said, "You're special and I love you very much" every day. There's a part of you that believes you're special. I'm watching a little garbage TV show the other night I like called, this just came to me, so I'm sorry if it doesn't make sense. It's called White Collar. I happen to like the show. And it's got this quirky little con man dude that I think is hilarious named Mozzie. Mozzie grew up in an orphanage. The whole basis of this story was the imagination he told himself. It was, my parents were spies, and because of the greatness of the forbidden love and protecting and saving the world of spies, they had to put me in the orphanage to protect me, but deep down the great yada yada. And he had a lot of scars, he had a lot of wounds, he had a lot of crying about it and stuff, and it was kind of a fun, cute little deal. Here's the thing. Sorry, Richard, I need to drink coffee. It's because he thought he was special. Deep down, that little boy needed to be special. Being something so unspecial that he was abandoned and left in an orphanage screamed and toward his inner psyche, screamed and toward his inner child. Why? Because God put it in your hearts that you are special. And no, I won't go religious, but I so want to right now. But God put it in your heart. You know you're special. Unfortunately, you are also very, very, and yes, feel free to text me or email me about the fact I misspelled insecure. I'll get it corrected next time. You understand the word, you're very insecure. You are. Even arrogant, egotistical buggers like me at some level are deeply insecure. Even the most beautiful, fabulous, fantastic model out there is at some level deeply insecure. Matter of fact, probably the most secure guy is the happy-go-lucky fat fellow walking around town, or he wouldn't be that way. So, we are a little bit. Let me try to find my notes and catch back up. Sorry, now I'm going to try to catch back up for a moment, and we'll jump back around. What runs through our mind is, if he did it, so can I. Even if it's just for the inspiration. You see the John Steinbeck typewriter, and there's a part of you that says, this one isn't special. It was just done to an average purpose. This one was used to do something great. I am special. I am great. If that was able to get him there, if he was able to use it for that purpose, maybe so can I. And that is why we gives it value. He used this to achieve, maybe so can I. This inspires the deep part of me to believe that the insecure voice is wrong and the faith voice is right. If he did it, why can't I? We look at something like that and we see someone else achieved, and we ask ourselves, Now I'm inspired. Now I can go there. Little side note, I was listening to a psychiatrist last week that stated a core truth that all people deep down believe that they are better than you. This, by the way, should be hashed out, made into its own sales training, all in and of itself. Everyone you're ever going to meet, hear me on this. This is very important, and I know I'm going to jump down a rabbit hole for a minute. Very important. Everyone believes, even at some small level, even at say you're bigger than me, you're stronger than me, you're richer than me, your wife's prettier than mine, everything, but I'm better than you at this. At some level, everyone you ever meet thinks they're better than you. Stop and be honest for a minute. Everyone you ever meet, you think you're better than as well. We all know it's true. It's shocking. We don't admit it's true because you know what? I know I'm better than you. So how could you possibly be dumb enough to think you're better than me? This is the beauty of the situation. It is. But it's also true. And it should be true. Even if it's a small role, you think you're better than me. Whatever this is, we all have this belief. I'm going to try like heck to tie this in over here. And I hope you can see the possibilities as relates to this on sales training. This belief pushes the promise side of all this. All this comes with a promise. The promise side is finally my potential can be released. Obviously, you're more likely to succeed on a path that's already been trod. That's true, by the way. It really is. Think for a moment. It is always true. It is easier to succeed on a path that's already been trod. It's easier to go away that has already been gone. If John Steinbeck could do it with this, so can I. How many times did you hear, any of you that are close to my age, if I can put a man on the moon, we can, you know why? Because it's true. Man on the moon, why can't we cure cancer? Now, to you guys that are younger, you don't get that. It seems stupid and silly. You know why? Because your whole life they put a man on the moon. It's just a thing that's done. You don't understand what a freaky, bizarre, huge stretch accomplishment that was. Man has spent decades with no TV. You know what he did? He looked at the friggin' stars at night to fall asleep. And his imagination went crazy. He built religions based on them, for heaven's sake. We don't even know what stars look like anymore. There's so much light pollution. To reach out there, to go to it, to go where the gods live, was outrageous and impossible. And we did it. Guys, that inspired a ton. Don't everybody tell you the value of NASA is, oh, they come up with these other inventions and this. The value of NASA was they inspired people. They made a little kid in California, Oklahoma, Minnesota, New Hampshire, Siberia realize he could do something. There's a path of inspiration there. There's a story here to follow, and I think I've gone too long, so I'm not going to run down it. But one I really want to approach is heroes. It's why we have heroes. They show us what can be done. They give us a path to imitate. Even fictional heroes. Think I'm wrong? No. If your hero is, I don't know, Rambo, he's fictional. Yeah, it's bogus. But he inspires you because it's a man strong enough. A man that just said no. A man that said, I don't care what you bring at me. I can take on the whole world and survive. And it gives you the strength to go forward. A hero inspires you. A hero gives you a path. If it's a real path, such as you're a kid playing basketball, and you look at Michael Jordan, you look at Kevin Durant, you look at Russell Westbrook, he did it, so can I. I can go the way he did. I can do the training regimen he did. I can drink the drink he drinks because it will help me get there. Whatever it is, it's all real, it's all true. Anti-heroes are also true. You can be inspired by your enemy. I challenge you, it's more inspiring. If I see Joe over here built his own house, saved 23%, had a great time. He's trod that path. I trust him. I believe he can do it. That is an inspiration. That gives me faith to move forward. You want to know what's more powerful? That son of a Joe. I hate that punk. He's been a nemesis of mine my whole life. You mean tell me that jerk built his own house and saved 23%? If that moron could do it, I guarantee I can. Oh, baby. If you've never watched a couple of hens fighting it out at a church social over who makes the best apple pie when they don't like each other, then you don't know how powerful this is. Negative hero can be stronger than a positive one. That's one for another day. I'll make a note and try to go over it. Let me try to see if I can backtrack into this a little bit. And it flows with the point I was just making there, honestly. Don't hold up the individual on their own. They know they're special. And you want to know what else? They don't think you are. They look at a builder, he's not some superhero. I'm better than him. Deep down, they believe that. Consciously, subconsciously, whatever you want to go, they do. And you do too, so don't think badly of them for it. Realize it's the truth of every client you're going to talk to, okay? Own that. Realize that. It's going to work to your advantage, especially if you're smart enough to make them take that and apply it to others, not you. You're on their side. I know you're special, Mr. and Mrs. Client. I know you don't need a builder. You're better than those guys. They've just got little tricks. I'm here to give you the answer to those. I'm on your team. I'm your Aunt Ruth that always loved you. I know you're special. I think you're better than the other guy. They already believe it. Feed it. It's nothing wrong with that. Send them out happy. The guy never signed with you. He never built, hey, never whatever. You gave him a better life. And if you tell me that just one good hour and one good day isn't a better life, you're wrong. You have the worst life in the world, but you had one great hour, you're going to relive that hour a lot. Feed it. Let them be happy. You're not hurting this person at all. Matter of fact, you're helping them. You're making them stronger, more confident, more capable. Somebody like that, you know what they are? They're more loving to their husband. They're more loving to their wife. They're nicer to their kids. They're more generous to the next guy. It's those dorky commercials I have to watch on TV where, oh, that guy helped a lady across the road. I'm going to give $1 to this bum. It's true. So there's not a thing wrong with this. They are special. And they are better than everyone else. Because you want to know something else strange? Everyone really in some little area is better than the next guy. We're 10 billion parts. I don't care who you meet. You tell me they're in one of those 10 billion parts that guy doesn't have that's better than the equivalent of yours? That'd be ridiculous. I mean, there's 909 billion parts, you win. It's not an average thing. So, sorry, ran down the track again. Realize this. Feed this. Go with it. Get on their team. Hey, you know what? You are special. You know what? You are better, and I'm here to help you. And you know what else? Don't be insecure about it. Don't worry about it. And I have your back. And guess what? All of these people already did it. On top of that, I've done it a bunch of times. But you're going to do it better than any of them. Because you are special. And you are better. And you have no need to be insecure. Give examples. Let them talk to people. Use examples. You got leads, you can't get them in, get them examples. Get them emails of jobs you've done. Are you new to this? Have you not done a lot of you build it's lately? Rehash some old ones. Dig up some of your custom jobs. Go beg somebody to let you sweep the floor of his house and take pictures of it. I don't care. Get them some examples. Do not lie, but show your best face. When I went on my first date with my wife, I did not lie. I did not hire an actor to go in my place. I went. That said, she can tell you truly that it might as well have been an actor, because absolutely the very best me. I looked my best. I was in my best clothes. I was in my very best behavior. Why? Because I wanted to impress this beautiful woman, and I wanted her to love me, and I was really, really hoping for a kiss goodnight. Get the kiss goodnight. Put your best foot forward. Okay, you get the imagery here. Take all this and roll it together. Boom, boom. Lose the insecurity by going over here. You lose the insecurity by letting them be inspired. You lose the insecurity by giving them heroes. It is okay for you to be the hero. Do you have clients who've already done it? Great. They're a little bit inspirational. They're examples. If it's somebody that didn't like, but still, they're not the hero. You are. Take this into a different business. Somebody walks in and you're selling suits. Your job is not to look down on them and go, ugh, you look terrible. No, it's to go, how are you? It's great to meet you. And let them know, you're going to look fabulous in a suit. I had a guy like you, but nowhere near as good a build as yours. Can I show you the one we would? You're special, but you're also better. And now I'm going to show you what somebody else had, because it's been done. We've got the path. We've got the insecurity gone. But even better, I'm the hero, because I'm the one that knows how to take you there. I'm the one you can trust. I'm on your side. I love you. I think you're special. You're selling a car. It's a lot more fun to treat it like a sport. It really is. It's a blast to be sports metaphored and be in competition and win the negotiation and all that. And if that's your way, go for it. I've done that. I like that too. It's fun. But it doesn't serve the client as well. It really doesn't. It's purely a competition, and competition has a winner and a loser. You make a case, oh, nobody loses, everybody learned something, we had fun, and we got the game. That's soccer, man. We're not playing soccer in this life. Yes, it does have a little bit of truth to it, but it's a huge stretch. Reality is competition has a winner and loser. This is not a competition. This is sales, and this is service, and this is a higher presence and a higher calling. Love them, serve them, help themselves. Do it for yourself as well. If this did not make any sense, that is on me. Watch it and pick out what nugget you can and make sense out of it yourself, because you know what? You are better than me and you are special. So go ahead and take it and use it as you will. I appreciate you guys watching this and letting me share the little thoughts that are running through my head on any given week. God bless. Have a great day.